Grit and Valor, 1949. Is it worth a buy? Let's read the words of the developer. Command an elite squad of mechs in this alternative World War II diesel punk real-time tactics roguelike. What a mouthful. Think fast, battle the evil Axis forces and neutralize their HQ. Upgrade your mechs and pilots and develop new strategies to defeat the enemy. Yes guys, it's our worst fear. Hitler has mechs. Back, you can't say Hitler anymore, that offends people. Now the way the game plays is you have 3 mechs and a mobile HQ, and you have to protect your HQ at all costs. If your HQ dies, your run is over. I say run because it's a roguelike game this, so as you progress through the missions that you do, the battles, you will acquire points that you can spend on your mechs to upgrade them at the end of the run. You can get more points if you do the bonus objectives, but even if you don't manage to do all of them, you'll still get some money to spend upgrading your pilots, upgrading your mechs. The mechs have different abilities, so you'll have a flamer, you'll have an explosive mech, and you'll have a machine gunning mech. And it's a rock, paper, scissors. At the top right of the screen, you'll see that little circle, which has the symbols in it. It tells you which mech's good against which mech. So you have to kind of really pay attention to that as the battle starts. It has real-time pause, which is great, so as the enemies are coming in, you can see what kind of mechs are coming, which gives you time to put the right mechs against the right mechs, if you know what I mean. Now it is frantic, because you only get seconds between each wave, and there's usually 6 waves coming, and there's bonus objectives to be had, which is generally what you use your mobile HQ for. But that's very risky because you may have to go towards the edge of the screen and then the next wave might come on from there. So it is quite a frantic little game, even though you can pause it and have a good think. There's barricades as well that you can put your mechs behind to get that little bit of extra shielding. And on the elite missions, there's bombing runs, so you have to watch where you're actually standing, where you're heading, because the incendiary bombs come down and they burn for a few seconds afterwards, which can cut off your mechs from their mates. So there's a lot to think about in this. It's a very small battlefield, unfortunately, but I guess it has to be for the type of game that it is. It's more of a puzzle game than a war game, I felt. I felt that it was just like every battle was just, oh, it's a little bit of a puzzle. I have to have that mech over there because he does well against flamers, or that mech needs to be over there, and it was just puzzly. It's all right. It's not a bad game at all, and I do love the way you can upgrade your mechs at the end. There's a lot of stuff that you can buy for them, and there's also a lot of stuff you can do to your pilots to get them to shoot better, do more damage, get more abilities for your mech and stuff like that. Speaking of abilities, the mechs do have 1 ability each. Death from above is one of them, where your mech will just leap up in the air and land in an AoE and just one-shot the enemy mechs. You've got a mine that you can put down with your one of your other mechs. You can just throw minefields down. And then there's healing to be done. There's an AoE heal with your HQ. If you get everybody in a tight little group, you can hit that AoE, which is vital. The reason it's vital is because there is no healing in this game in between missions. You don't get to kind of regroup after a mission. You just go in with your mechs on fire into the next mission. It's quite brutal in that sense. The good news is you get to choose where you go next on the map after you've completed a mission. And there's different paths that take you to different sort of types of enemy fights. And some of them fights are elite, some of them are boss fights, but there's also repair areas as well. So you can get repairs off the map, and you also have your ability repairs as well, but they're limited. They're not, you can't just keep spamming unlimited heals. You have a certain amount of them. There are areas on the map that you can go to where you can get abilities back. I think it's elite fights. You get a chance to get an ability back for all of your mechs on elite fights. So there's a lot of things to think about on the map, plotting your course throughout the UK, and then when that campaign's finished, you then move on to Europe, as it's World War II with mechs. So as I say guys, this is a demo. You can download it right now on Steam and have a crack at it. It's called Grit and Valor 1949, and I will be reviewing this when it comes out.